This used to be one of the most beautiful towns in Italy. Now, Amatrice lies in ruins. A full year after the earthquake, there is still practically nothing but rubble and debris. The first trucks and diggers arrived only a few days ago. On the anniversary of the disaster, the authorities want to be seen taking action. Antonio SCIALANGA lost his family home in the disaster and some close friends. And he can't understand why the town still looks like it did a year ago.
I don't think it's so difficult to remove this rock from here and let the people work. We don't ask money, we don't want to have, helpful. We had a lot of helpful from the Italian, from the German, from the England, from every place in the world help Amatrice. We are really thankful about these things. We just ask with our bureaucracy, clean this place and let us work.
But the old town is off limits. Locals need a special permit to search the ruins for their belongings, for mementos of their old lives and their loved ones. Almost 300 people died in the earthquake, the vast majority in Amatrice. Thousands lost their homes.
My beloved sister died here where you see the diggers. Across from that truck, 8 people died. 2 families with children on the first and second stories. There, a woman died. She was a nurse. Over here, a woman died who worked as a cosmetician. You should make the sign of the cross when you come here, because this is hallowed ground.
Grief is giving way to anger that the authorities are doing nothing. Antonio SCIALANGA makes regular visits to the mayor in his provisional office. He wants to be able to finally rebuild his house. But the mayor says he can do nothing. He insists that the regional authorities are responsible for wreckage on private property and that the town has already done all it can.
Of course, things could be better. There have been delays. But there is now a supermarket where people can shop. There are new restaurants. There are many good signs. But people won't stop criticizing.
Instead of the ruined buildings being restored, new prefab bungalows are being constructed at the edge of town. But there are far too few. Antonio SCIALANGA didn't want to wait, so he helped himself. As the owner of a strawberry field, he had land where he could build a new home for himself, his wife, and soon a baby. It cost 20,000 euros paid out of his own pocket. So far, he has received nothing from the state except endless red tape.
If we are in the normal situation, this is the paper you must to make for stay in the role, and I understand this. But we are not in normal situation. You can't spend all this time. Even in this case, when there is big earthquake, there is a lot of problem around. We can't spend 10 months and day and day and day.
He takes us on a tour of the surrounding area. Several dozen villages near Amatrice were also destroyed by the earthquake. Now they too are ghost towns. Antonio SCIALANGA shows us the ruins of his house in a suburb of Amatrice. Walking around here is dangerous. Buildings could collapse at any time.
The only thing to safety is the boxes. There's still a box inside. It was here.
For SCIALANGA, it's hard to see the old Amatrice ever being resurrected. As restaurants move into the newly constructed buildings while the rest of the town is largely still rubble, SCIALANGA has accepted that the new Amatrice will be different.
I hope to see everything like this, like the food area. I hope to see a new Amatrice in the same place, brand new, much better than it was, but respectful about what it was.
That will take years. But time is not on Amatrice's side. Many of the residents have already moved away. What remains is the memory of one of Italy's most picturesque towns.